about the inmate audit update. Yes, the inmate audit, we have not carried out a detailed inmate audit. We're about to carry it out. It's part of what we're trying to do. It's not been done because, and so I want to debunk the fact that maybe detailed inmate audit had been done. It has not been done. We will not do it while keeping quiet. We'll partner with the Nigerian Bar Association, we'll partner with Human Rights Commission, and we'll partner with strategic stakeholders. I'm sure the permanent secretary will be able to come up with a robust strategy towards doing it. Like what I said, it's not about just spending money it's not about just spending government money. It's about making sure that there is value for money. That is key, and it's better late than for you to rush and do nonsense. We want to solve the correctional issues once and for all. We want to be able to reform the correctional centers once and for all. We want a change of ideology. The correctional center is an institution. The correctional service, rather, is an institution. And we must protect the institution and make sure that we hand over an institution to generations coming behind us, an institution they will be proud of. It is not our fault that we inherited the institution we inherited. I'm talking about my generation. But it will be the fault of my generation if we hand over the same, at the same level, to generations coming after us. So be rest assured that we are not resting on that. And of course, you spoke about when the President commissioned the Command and Control Center. The Command and Control Center, I think, with some of the media, we've been there together. You can see we're not talking about what we've not done. Very soon, the President will do that. And be rest assured, it's a Command and Control Center that's come to stay. It will work for Nigeria. As a matter of fact, we want to start the second Command and Control Center because this one is for regular migration. We want to have another Command and Control Center for the irregular migration, because when you look at our land border, it's about 4,047 kilometers of land border. A lot of those entry points are not regular border posts. You know, they are irregular. So we're looking at using technology to be able to, which we have done a lot at the moment, but we want to now be able to mainstream all those entry points into a command and control center with our officers, because you can't have boots on the ground over 4,047 kilometers, but you have to now use technology, sensitive cameras, motion detecting cameras, and etc. down the whole space of our border with a central level of control. And of course, if there is any suspicious movement or something, the next FOP can be mobilized real time to be able to attack that. So it's called smart policing. It's called smart security process. You cannot put people around. You have to be able to view. So we are on the verge of starting a new command and control center for the regular. But for the regular today, we have integrated the command and the regular one with the Interpol, with the MIDAS, with everything has been concluded. So we now view all our border posts real time from the command and control center that we have today. But the next level is the irregular, which is what we are about starting. And we hope that in the next 1 year is our major target, so that by the time we do that, we know that every inch of our border can be viewed real time by us and is under constant surveillance. With that, Nigerians will be able to sleep, knowing fully well that every inch of the border is under serious monitoring. Now, so you spoke about the database of the private guards. Yes, yesterday they also did a presentation to me yesterday, and but there are still some corrections, because don't forget that me myself, I'm a technology person, so I have to. A solution must meet our minimum standard, you know, before we accept such, you know, from the vendors. But you can be rest assured that hopefully, we hope in the next 1 or 2 months we should be good to go. And the essence of that, a lot of people don't know the reason why we're building that. I have to also say this. It's not just because I want to build this sort of solutions. It's also, we're doing this because from the video that and listen, they are going to the national prayer for this. Okay, let them go. Sorry, they just told me that from the villa they summoned Audi and for National Prayer for Independence Day. So I have to excuse them if you don't mind for them to go. All right. So the reason is this, and I'll tell you, this is something that affects almost all of us. It's important we understand this properly. Please, if I may. You see, the private guard that we're talking about, the database we're talking about, imagine today, you do not, and I repeat, you do not know who your guard is. I'll give you an example. In your various homes, people bring you guards. You take guards from some of these companies. At the end of the day, you don't even know. You leave your wife, you leave your children with these guards. You travel as a man. You don't know the guy's background. Check, maybe he's an ex-rapist or whatever. There is no standard. And to me, that is a vulnerability within our security architecture. So the private guard, the database we're building, which is what we're trying to do in line with the PGC Act, is to ensure that every guard is registered, their biometrics, everything is harmonized with NIMSI, and again, there is integrated to all security database. So there is a foundational check before these people can be employed or be transferred to anybody, to the homes. You cannot. Maybe somebody escaped, I'm sorry to say, from prison some times ago, and today you find the person being security in somebody's house. And there are some people, and that's why when you look at it, even in the newspapers, in the last 1 year, how many people have we seen guards, cooks, and etc. killed? That's the truth. We just saw one of the justices, that is, I think the daughter. Well, so we have to be sure that the people you pay to secure you do not end up being the people that will compromise your security. So it's important. These are minor things that are very, very important. And also, if a guard, you should also have the opportunity to review the performance of a guard. For example, if a guard steals money and runs and goes to join another company, we will know, because as a private guard, you can only have one private guard number in your life, which is integrated with your NIN. And if you are not on that platform, you cannot be recruited to work as a guard. So if you steal money somewhere, the system recognizes you, we will track you, we will integrate with immigration, we integrate with the police, we integrate. So we'll be able to sanitize the system so that the people you hand over your security to do not become your nemesis. So these are the things we're trying to do. So it's a robust thing. And of course, you will also, with the private guard number of an individual, you will be able to check his antecedent, just like Uber, review the person's profile. Maybe it's who you want or you don't want. Today, if you call a particular security company to give you a guard, they just give you a guard. The guard they give you, you just look at it, okay, stay. Do you have, and you are paying. You should have the right to judge somebody by virtue of his character, by virtue of his background. So these are some of the things we're trying to do. So very soon, in the next 1 or 2 months, by the grace of God, we hope we'll be done with that, which will be a landmark one, and it will regulate that industry than the way it is. Then on Vincent from VON spoke about fathers headers clash. Well, we're doing a lot in that regard, but a lot of that is not what we can speak about. Of course, you're aware of the agro rangers, and you're aware of some of the things we've done, but these are not some of the things we can speak because they are very serious security concerns. These are issues that has to do with right of way, and right of way, is a major security consideration in the present day Nigeria. So I'm not able to go too deep into that. Then there's a scarcity of 32 pages. That's not true. That's not true. I can say it emphatically. There is no, as a matter of fact, I can tell you, if any